Hi guys, welcome back to 1420B FM, and today we have a little bit of a mini episode where me, Jacob Day we can edit that part out. We're me at Jacob Marvin Day on Instagram and at JDay's Vintage on Depop are going to be talking with my bro Ian. How do you say your last name? Introduce yourself.
Valliencourt. Ian Valliencourt.
Bet.
At Ian Valliencourt on Insta.
Know
I'll do the
that.
rest later.
Know that. And today we're just going to be talking about fashion. Both of us are very passionate about fashion, and we just kind of want to share that with you guys and just talk a little bit about it and talk about what we love. But first, before we do that, we're going to get into a bit of a fit check. Should I go first? Because I want to end off with you, man.
Yeah. Go first.
All right, bet. We're going to start bottom up. So we're going to start off with the shoes. With the shoes today, I'm wearing a pair of Aleeks St. Mark's loafers. Aleeks is a brand that I really love. They've sort of fallen off ever since Matthew Williams went to Givenchy. But these loafers are really cool. I got them off of Grailed. They're kind of uncomfortable, but I broke them in really nicely, and so now I kind of just wear them all the time. For socks, we're wearing JW Anderson Uniqlo socks in this like cream color. They give it like sort of a preppy vibe, which I really enjoy. For bottoms, I found this pair of like old Levi's 505s in my dad's closet, and they fit me well, but I already have 505s. So you know what I did? I cut them. So they're like Daisy Dukes at this point. They're really short. I cut them way too short, but I don't know. They kind of give me a better 70s vibe because back in the 70s, everyone was wearing short shorts. So I'm kind of messing with that vibe now. For the top, we have this ringer tee that I got off of eBay. It's from the 70s. It's got like this red piping on the neck and the arms. Fits me really well. I love how it makes me look. Once again, it sort of brings me this 70s vibe. I kind of love looking like a sixth grader back in like the 70s. I don't know, because it brings me back to my youth. Top, we have a hat that I got from All Goods Fest from Root City Vintage for $5. It says The Gouger on it. It's a trucker hat. It has like white piping on the sides. It's white and blue. Fits me well. Let's run through accessories before we get into you. I'm wearing a Casio Illuminator watch that a friend gave to me. Shout out to you if you're listening. We're wearing a little curb link chain, a Vivienne Westwood necklace, a 925 sterling silver necklace that says cowboy on it because I am a cowboy. And then we are wearing one of my grails. It is a Capital Puya bandana fringe necklace that I got off of eBay in the beginning of quarantine. It has this nice long fit, and it's made from the excess material of those like really hyped bandana shirts. So Capital, Japanese brand, they're very sustainable, they're very artistic over there, and they don't let materials go to waste. And this bandana necklace really represents that. So yeah, that's my fit today. Hey, Ian. Let's run over yours. Start from the bottom up, sir.
All right. So on foot today, I have the replica Visvim Cristo slides. I got these from DH Gate earlier in the year. They took forever to ship. They are really cool. They look good, but the one complaint I have is they're just not comfortable. So I don't know. Other than that, but then I got the Uniqlo socks on foot today. Perfect socks, the best socks out there. I got some Carhartt Carpenter double knee pants on, and then I have a vintage Lutheran Westland girls basketball coach 1986 t-shirt. This is actually from my grandpa. The quality is like great, except I had like a laundry pod that kind of exploded on it earlier, so that was really unfortunate. But
the fade on that shirt's sick, by the way. I love that. Where'd you get those Carhartts, by the way?
I got these from my friend. They're actually women's.
Really?
I think I don't know what year they're from, but they're older because the tag is like the old tag.
Are they made in USA, you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I got these from my friend. Yeah, I got them for really cheap too. He thrifted them and he didn't like them. But
sick.
Anyways, so the tee, and this is a classic tee. And then I have the Who is Jakov Object Dyed, the raincoat. And this coat is crazy. I got this from my friend as well for a really good deal. Shout out Carrie for that.
That thing is insane. It has like a backpack on it
that's
like sewn into it.
I put the hood in there because I
didn't it has a hood
today, so I like folded that in the back.
Yeah,
but then
it's
it
sick.
just snaps on right here. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do I have? So as far as jewelry, I have this Aleeks chain from the Essence sale. Shout out Essence sale. And then I have my own forest green chain. This is from my brand.
Wait, show me that.
Got these
That's
custom
crazy.
laser cut. Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 of these that exist, but maybe
for those
I'll
of
make
you
more.
audio listening, the chain is crazy.
Yeah, it's nice. I need to get a new like the pendant is really nice. I need to get a new chain though.
Yeah.
I need to like glisten a little, you know.
Yeah, I feel.
And then rings, I got in San Francisco. I have no idea what the brand is or anything. This one has like a little cross flying on it.
Crazy.
I
Shout
got
out
this in
Jesus.
Chile. Yeah, shout out religion. And then this one is made out of some sort of stone. I don't really remember anything about where I got this, but it fits nice. So
Looks cool. Looks
yeah.
cool.
I had to stop wearing all my jewelry because I started getting allergic reactions because a lot of it was fake. Shout out fake stuff.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
Make sure
so-
your jewelry is 925 sterling silver. It's pretty cheap if you get it secondhand. It's not that expensive.
And then on the ears, we got Stolen Girlfriend Club, little earring on one side, also from the Essence sale. Other one's a cross. Shout out Playboy Cardi.
Crazy. I didn't know you
Yeah.
had those on.
I
We're
just
wearing
got 'em
headphones
pierced
right now.
unofficially.
So I can't see it. Know that.
Yeah.
Just know that. Let's get into sort of how we both got into fashion. So a lot of people like us, you know, everybody who's into fashion like us sort of gets started in the same way. You started out as a hype beast too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody did. It's crazy.
Right.
It's like no matter where you are in like your fashion journey, we all sort of started out in the
Yeah.
same way, buying Supreme, reselling.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you and I sort of started off in the same way, like through YouTube, discovering
Yeah.
guys like, you know, Magnus Ronning. Did you ever watch him?
I watched him, but I watched like Jacob, Fernando. I watched those guys a little more,
Yeah,
especially
those
back
guys.
in the day.
Yeah,
They're
those
classic,
guys
yeah.
molded me into what I am, and I sort of went on the segue from
Yeah.
that jacket because now Jacob is doing
Yeah.
crazy stuff. I love seeing the evolution of them, but I mean, we both sort of got into it through watching these guys who
Yeah.
were ahead of us in our journey. You know, they were hype beasts, but then they sort of got into like archive fashion, buying
Yeah.
up the good old days of like Undercover, Number 9, all that Japanese
that was a good
shit.
era too. They
Those
got on
were
that
the
before it was,
days, bro. Oh my god.
I feel like especially so the way I really got started into fashion was actually so I started out by wearing like H&M stuff and shit like that.
Yup.
Like I would wear like the like long line tees and all that like Kanye stuff in 2016.
Oh man, take me back. Take me back.
And I remember like this was probably 2015 or 2016. Like actually this was like right around Life of Pablo. So 2016.
Yeah.
My cousins came to visit and they were like a little more into sneakers and fashion than me. So they sort of put me on to like Supreme and stuff like that. But I never had like I had the money to buy like tees that say like random shit like Supreme like in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah.
But like I could never hit with box logos. So I wasn't reselling like that. I would try to buy like a beanie and think I was just gonna make like 1K off of it.
Yeah.
And that shit would be like $60 and I would be pissed.
Back in the
so.
day, you probably could
You
on
could've-
some of those
you could've
beanies.
flipped it, though, for real.
Remember those days back
Yeah.
when everything? Oh man.
Yeah, you'd get like a keychain you could sell for like 150
Yeah.
unrailed. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting a little nods from
Stickers.
Ethan
Okay,
in the
yeah.
side here. He knows
Yeah.
too. Shout out preemsteals.wi. Know that. But let's get to sort of where we are now. We really started off as like hype beasts and dressing, not gonna lie, like shit. You know,
Yeah.
everyone dressed like
Yeah.
shit back then, and everyone still dresses like
Yeah.
shit. I dress like shit. You dress like
yeah, I
no,
definitely
you dress.
dress-
No, you don't dress like shit.
I
don't
dress
wanna
like
offend
mid
you.
shit. I'd say I dress like shit like maybe 60% of the time, you
Yup.
know.
Everybody-
But everyone's got to be that way, you know. If you're wearing
Everybody
like
dresses like
fucking
shit.
Givenchy in the crib, just like watching Netflix, like what
Yeah.
are you doing? You
Yeah.
don't want to have like a, I don't know, something crazy
Yep.
on when you're chilling, you know.
But where are you at now?
Well, let's see. I'm working on my own stuff. So like I'm majoring right now in textiles and apparel design. So I've been learning a lot how to sew and trying to make a lot of like one-of-ones for myself. And I would consider that Valliencourt. That's like I guess like my like designer sort of self brand, whatever. I haven't really launched or released anything.
You're lucky that
but-
you have a cool ass name.
Yeah,
to
that's
do
what I'm
that with,
saying
yeah.
too. Yeah, like I can't lose that last name, bro. No
No.
matter who I end up with in the future, if they got a crazy last name,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work something out because
Exactly.
Valliencourt, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, I also Forest Green is like sort of my other brand where it's mostly I guess graphic design oriented. Like I make logos and shit that I
Yeah.
think looks really
I've
cool.
liked what you've done so
Yeah,
far.
yeah, yeah. And then I've done a couple like drops where I've had like a full range of pieces. Right now I'm just making t-shirts and hoodies and shit, but I want to make more like unique cut and sew. I have a jacket coming out. I have some other pieces maybe later this summer. It depends. But as far as like personal style, right now I really have been just only wearing like vintage stuff, but not, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't really consider it to be archive because to be honest with you, some of the archive shit is really expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I wish I had enough money to wear like more Fernando shit, like undercover tees and like all that Dior,
Yeah.
Chris Van Ash denim shit like that.
Yeah.
But get some Guidi boots. But
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, greedy boots are so cool.
So I'd say my style comprises of vintage, and then I do buy like the occasionally, really nice piece, high quality. This jacket was an example of that category.
Yeah.
And then I buy the occasional fake piece as well. I know that that's a little bit irreputable in the fashion community, and I understand that. However, if there's something I like that's like a little hype beast, and I have to like treat that sort of hype beast craving, I'll satisfy that.
Yeah.
I'll get a little off-white, something, something crazy like that, wear it once in a while.
I think reps are only acceptable for like the really hype pieces that you still kind of think are cool.
Yeah, and then it's almost like buying like Pokemon cards or like an NFT or some shit. Like it's a collectible. Like you see it and you're like, that's not really my style, but like
I want it, but I don't want to shell like a rack for it.
Yeah, the 2016 me, I can't talk, sorry. The 2016 me is just drooling over like collabs and shit. Where it's like the fucking Travis Scott fragment, like all those different brands that are all hopping on the same silhouettes and shit. Then I see that and I'm just like, damn, these retail is going to be like multiple thousands of dollars. I'm going to get the fake one,
It's crazy. You know what I got a lot? One thing that I kind of want to talk about is like being able to afford this shit, because I got a DM. Shout out to you if you're listening to this. You know who you are, but someone DM'd me saying, you're really lucky that you have so much designer. And that kind of got me thinking, like, it's not luck. It's a lot of work.
It's searching for sure.
It's searching. It's a lot of work and research. And since like you and I have sort of been in this area for a long time, we know where to look. We know the markets. We know what a good price is. And so based on that, like, I mean, my style right now, I'm really trying to focus on like investing in pieces. I'm really into Gucci, and Gucci is really expensive. So it's about finding good deals on like Grailed, Buyee, Yahoo Japan.
Yeah, those Japanese auctions.
Those Japanese auctions go fucking insane. But
if you haven't checked out those, definitely find a tutorial.
We got to gatekeep them. No, we have to gatekeep them. Don't
look at that.
Don't you dare look at them.
No, don't look for that stuff.
In terms of like buying designer clothing, it's all about rotating pieces in and out of your wardrobe. You get one big piece in, and you sort of have to let go of other things.
That's true.
The thing about buying designer clothing is that it's going to hold its value if you're buying the right thing. You have to be able to look at a piece and know what you're going to be able to sell it at, if it's going to hold its value, which it's not as hard as it sounds. You just have to, it's all about just like scrolling through like Grailed or Depop and looking at what things are usually selling for. But once you start doing that, like you can easily start investing in like these higher end pieces that are going to be so cool, and you can just sort of build up your wardrobe like that. It's really fun. Yo, by the way, what designers are you into right now? Let's talk about that.
Right now, let's see. What kind of stuff? I'd say I'm mostly sort of having a resurgence of being into like Japanese stuff. Like I've been getting really into...
No one does it like the Japanese,
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. They're crazy.
But I've been getting really into some of the older undercover seasons too. Like once again, like I had my sort of original Japanese phase when I was in high school, when I was like a junior or senior, whatever. Yeah. But at that time I wasn't like working, so I couldn't just drop racks on like undercover and shit like that. But now I'm really getting into some of the older like 2002, 2003 era, 90s also undercover. I like Junya Watanabe. Shout out Kanye.
Shout out Kanye, Junya Watanabe on my writ.
I like Issei Miyake as well.
Dude, I did a presentation on Issei like back in my freshman year of college, and he is... No one fucking does it like him, dude.
Yeah, for real. He's an interesting dude. I don't know a whole lot about...
He's a genius. In terms of like the textiles and cuts he's making, it's just insane. He has so much fun with what he does, and he's such a genius. All those Japanese designers are geniuses.
Yeah, they put a lot of like craft into that for sure,
Yeah.
I like... Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of trying to purge right now. Like I'm sort of in a place where I want to get rid of more shit than I want to bring into my wardrobe, because I just have piles of stuff. But... yeah, so once I get that Depop up and running, and once I get the Grailed with more stuff at Valliencourt on both, check that out.
Know that.
Yeah, but then, you just got to search. You got to look. You have to find pieces when people don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Someone's like, random undercover shirt, random fucking
It's the joy
Gucci
of the
pants.
hunt. It's the joy of the hunt.
Yeah, and then you find that Real too. You put me onto that.
The Real
has good too.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have a friend that like gets a shit ton of like Rick on there and shit.
I got some Balenciaga pants. They're older, so they aren't even like cool. I mean,
older
cool,
Balenciagas a little. I'm only fucking with like Demna era Balenciaga.
Yeah. But then I wore those when I was biking to work because I'm broke, but not really that broke. Like I'm trying to get the Cybertruck.
Yeah,
that's
know
the
that.
Next, that's the next objective, But anyways, biking to work, and I got on the bike. This is completely off topic, but I just fucking ripped the side of my Balenciaga pants.
Damn.
And I was pissed because they're made out of this cool material, so even if they're old, not denim.
I felt them.
Whatever,
They were cool material.
That material was really cool. It was Tencel, which is like a wood fiber.
Yeah.
Shout out Tencel and sustainability.
Yeah, it's a sustainable material. Yeah, shout out to sustainability.
Anyways, they ripped, so I guess that goes to show. I don't know, bro. All I'm saying is if they're made out of fucking, like, this Carhartt material.
They wouldn't have
never.
ripped, yeah.
Impossible.
I don't know. In terms of designers that I'm into right now, everybody listening, check out Kiko Kostadanov.
Kiko's crazy.
Oh my God, Kiko makes the best clothes ever. It's so colorful. The cuts that he's making and like the paneling on it, it's so like, I've never seen anything like it. The construction of them is insanely technical and shit, and it's just so cool and innovative.
Yeah.
Also, Craig Green, another one that I love.
Green. I like what's his name? It's Craig Lauren or Greg Lauren.
Greg Lauren.
His stuff's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's that's Ralph Lauren's like nephew or some shit.
I didn't know that because I heard a bar that was like Greg Lauren, no Ralph Lauren or some shit, and I was like, who is that? And I looked that up. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, he makes good shit. I also really love Visvim, dude.
Yeah, I like Visvim as well. As you can tell by my fakes.
Yeah, no, the quality. I'm a really big fan of like craftsmanship. That's what I don't like about a lot of people into fashion these days, especially like I think a lot of people in Milwaukee have great taste.
There are people with great taste here. That's true.
I see too much V-Loan.
Yeah, I do see a lot of V-Loan.
A statement of the day, if you're buying V-Loan, you are a bad person.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Yeah. The Nav V-Loan tee, I need to get that. Like once I get the bad intentions,
ASAP,
like once I get the one with the
Bari's
okay, I know. But that's why I would get a fake. Obviously, I don't support
only
Bari.
buy fake V-Loan to fuck over Bari.
The list of people I would for sure buy fakes of: Gosha at this point, and I'd get V-Loan at this point, and I'd get anything
likes
Ian
touching
Connor
little
makes.
boys.
Yeah, any three of the people with. Well, there's plenty more, and also Dolce and Gabbana.
Ian Connor doesn't understand consent, and Dolce and Gabbana hate Asian people.
So I'd buy fakes of any of those, But as far as the Visvims go, as soon as I can get real ones. Like once I find a cool colorway,
once you got a rack to burn on slides,
and I'm throwing the fakes away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
once you get into fashion, you learn that everybody's a bad person.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, is everyone in fashion sort of weird? I don't know.
Yeah. This summer worked like my first sort of fashion industry job. I have an internship for this group that has a couple shoe brands. And I guess that's the main aspect that annoys me is just like, I don't like how corporate it is sometimes, you know? Like, I feel like I'm most creative when I'm just kind of chilling and I'm more like, have a more casual relationship with the people I'm hanging out with and making stuff with. And just having to like, I don't know. No disrespect at all because that's just how business works, but
I don't know. Fashion's such a hard industry to get into too. It's so cutthroat. I'm fucking scared because I want to go into fashion.
And you're more into that too. You're doing styling and things like that now. That's a little more fashion oriented. What I've been doing is a little more on like the almost graphic design kind of design, mock-up side of things.
Styling is where I get the most joy out of because I think that building an outfit is an art form, you know what I mean?
100%.
I think that shit's so fun.
Yeah. I mean, clear example, you can have the craziest stuff, but if you don't put it together right. What are some examples of people who do that? I feel like
ASAP Bari.
You think he dresses poorly?
I think he gets in the craziest pieces. He knows his shit. I've never seen someone whose style I dislike more. He doesn't know how to dress for his body type. He just throws shit on and like I also do that. I love like people who just throw shit on and see what sticks.
It's nice.
He's the only person who I've seen do it where it looks terrible.
Some people throw shit on really well. Like that's what inspires me to make half the impulse purchases I do.
Looking like a bum, looking like you can't dress. If you want someone who does that well, look at Tremaine Emery, the guy who does denim tears or denim tears. I think it's denim tears. Yeah. He dresses like a bum, but in like the coolest way ever. ASAP Bari dresses like a bum, but in the way where like he's a rapist because he is.
He dresses like he wants to dress like Kerwin Frost a little bit.
Kerwin
It's like,
Frost.
he's fire.
I
Kerwin Frost is
I like
fire.
how
I fuck with
Kerwin Frost.
He dresses great.
Yeah,
I'm saying Barry's like the bootleg version of that style. Like he throws shit on
Exactly.
too.
He also annoys me
He had
so
like the
much.
skate high Vans with something.
Oh,
I don't know.
there was
They
the
weren't even
Jound ones?
No, they weren't even those.
Oh,
He just
God.
had some skate highs on his story and some other shit. And then apparently he got rejected by this like model.
He got curved.
Yeah, and they
ASAP
posted on
Bari
the
got
V-Lone
curved.
story.
Yes.
Like, what? That's such an L.
God,
Walking
thank
L.
God. That was a good day in fashion.
But
That was
I'm
a
just
good
yeah.
day in fashion.
Those
yeah.
V-Lone Amazon hoodies though, don't
Yeah.
sleep. Like those are crazy.
Yeah. You know who's the biggest genius in fashion, my guy?
Who?
Either Alessandro Michele or, man, we got to talk about Demna Gvasalia
I would agree.
of Balenciaga.
Did you see the Hulk Balenciaga collection?
It's so cool.
Really?
Dude, they have jeans that look like you were the Hulk and you became the Hulk and you ripped them. That's so cool. No one does it like Demna. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like oh my God, he's like a comedian sort
Yeah.
of. If we're looking at fashion as like, if we're comparing a fashion to like the movie industry or something like that, we have different like directors in different genres, and I would classify Demna as sort of like a comedy director because
Right.
his brand is who's like a really good comedy director. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know shit about that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We could compare it to like rap artists though. He's like, who would Demna be as a rapper though?
I feel like Demna would
feel
be
like
like he'd be like Lil B.
Yeah, bro.
He'd be
He'd be
Lil
like,
B.
yeah, for sure. That's
Just, like,
actually perfect. I was gonna say
making-
like Childish Gambino or some shit, but I feel like Lil B's a way better.
Lil B,
comparison.
because here's the thing, his shit on the surface is garbage, but
Yeah.
like once you get into like his mind,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
the coolest.
I don't think it's on.
shit.
It's not garbage on the surface though. Lil
On the
B
surface,
is
it's-
crazy. Lil B
yeah,
is good.
yeah, Lil B's
Bro,
great.
yeah,
but
Lil B is fire.
I mean, have you ever seen the show where he flooded the first two rows of?
I have not seen.
Okay,
that.
so
I will look that up though.
No,
That sounds
Balenciaga. I
interesting.
think it was like
Oh, you're talking about Demna and not Lil B.
no, not Lil B. No,
I feel like I've heard about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. In one of his shows, like all of these like rich like fashion people, you know, some of Balenciaga's biggest clients, they
Yeah.
walked into a dark room, the lights went up, and they found out that everybody in the front row, like they had their front row tickets, they couldn't sit there because it was under a
flooded.
foot of water, and then the models walked through like this water, and the whole collection, they had rain jackets and shit like that.
That's
But
so
then it
sick.
also went into like leather moto gear and like, you know, the spiky jacket that
Yeah,
Kanye
yeah,
just
yeah,
wore,
I've
that
seen
was from
that.
that
Yeah,
collection.
yeah.
So the whole collection was like, it started off as like protection from the water, and then
Yeah.
it went on like, it was a whole like protection oriented
Yeah.
collection. It was so sick. It
And
just
then
like
it sort of plays off how the different textures interact with the water. and
yeah,
stuff.
the
That's
way
really
like
sick.
the way he
Yeah.
just like flows is amazing.
Just to put it out there, I'm like kind of a different breed, so I would have been in that water with my ticket in
Yeah.
the front seat.
Yeah,
with the
just
models.
first person there, dapping
Yeah.
up the tripping them
Yeah,
too.
you'd
you
see
know?
like fucking Kim Jones, like, what is that? And I'd just be sitting
Yeah.
in the water, like submerged.
yeah,
watching
know
the
that, know
models
that.
walk
Also,
past.
fuck Kim Jones. Kim Jones.
I don't even know that much about
Kim
him, but I just
Jones
know
sucks.
Like,
Remember,
he's the worst. Probably he's the creative director for Dior right now, right?
Yeah, do you remember back
Yeah.
in like a couple years ago where like the Instagram Explore page went from like hype beasts to like dudes
People
in
with like tucked in shirts
and like beige
yeah.
pants and like the Balenciaga track runners.
Yeah.
That's who Kim Jones designs clothes for.
Yeah,
oh my
bro.
God. Hey man, let's have another Cause collab and see if that'll
Yeah.
fuck Cause. Cause sucks.
Dude, Cause, okay, I was really on the fence about that fucking Cause X Fragment X Travis Scott because the T was
Cause
cool.
X Fragment
I
X
thought the T
Travis
looked
Scott
cool,
X
but I didn't
Gucci
get
X
it, yeah.
Balenciaga X Supreme
X
I
McDonald's.
can't take any more fucking collabs.
X Cacti.
Dude, have you ever?
Shout
there
out
was this.
Cacti. I love Cacti. It's
There's this
great.
one New York Times article of a dude who went to a Cause art exhibit, and he compared Cause's art to the fact that when you eat celery, you actually lose calories while you're eating it because there's just no substance or like nutritional value to celery. And he's like, that's what Cause's art is like. And
See-
I've never heard anything put better than that.
That's a fair criticism. I'm not even gonna lie. I like Cause personally. I don't know. Like, I understand that maybe fashion people are critical of that nowadays, but I saw one of those statues when I was in Detroit, and that shit was fire, bro.
I don't know, man. I think
That
we
shit
should,
was fire. I was taking in the essence of the piece, you know?
True.
You gotta be there. If you know, you know.
I guess, dude.
You probably know, though.
All I know is that I'm in the market
Yeah.
to buy like $2,000 bear bricks and put them in my hype beast
Yeah.
apartment on my Supreme ashtray.
That'd be sick.
No, Fuck that.
When I get a house, no matter if I like ever like won the lottery, like
we're buying me and Ian buying out the Bear Brick store.
No, my house, it would look like Lil Yachty's. Like you'd walk in and be like a giant Kermit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'd just be eating like pizza on the floor and like.
Lil Yachty knows how to live. I love
he's
how
amazing.
Lil Yachty dresses.
He's just he's probably one of my favorite celebrities.
He's got great taste and he's like funny and shit. I hope he doesn't turn out to be like a rapist or something like that.
Yeah, that'd really suck. I doubt it. I really doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it. They got Drake, man.
Yeah, but Drake's kind of.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Nah, just kidding. We don't like Drake. Well, are we allowed to like Drake before he started grooming little girls? Because Tuscan Leather goes fucking crazy.
Yeah, okay, that's a good song. Are you referring specifically to like Millie, or were there more girls?
I'm pretty sure it was just Millie.
Because I know the Millie shit was weird.
The Millie shit was so weird.
And Tyler made the bar about that too.
He did make the bar. He did. I hit Drizzy and told him I had a Millie for him. No, Dad. Yeah, I just blew out the fucking speakers when I did that. What time are we at, y'all? I got the crew on the side. We have a crew for this podcast. That's how official we are.
Bro, y'all have like 25 minutes, bro.
Hey,
25 minutes?
We got time.
No?
How
25 minutes?
How much? We going to 15 or?
We can probably cut this little bit out unless you guys want to keep it for like
good
authentic.
banter.
This is good. This is great banter. You know, we're ragtag up in here.
We're chilling.
What'd you say? They're talking shit off camera. They're talking shit off camera. Did you guys know that Joe Urban's a bitch, bro? Did you guys know that Joe? We're getting back. Okay. So
wait. What were we saying? We were talking about Demna.
We were talking about Demna.
Oh, okay. Lil B. That's a good comparison. What was I gonna say?
Oh my god.
Did you see the new Vetmonts? They're having like a line. It's like
vitamins. They took out like
VTMNTS.
They took out all of the vowels. So
that shit was hard though. I liked it.
Was
what? You didn't like it?
It was so okay. Do you know like the story of it? So Demna.
I don't know anything about it. I just saw the pictures like of the like leather jackets and like those like I thought it looked cool, especially for like a diffusion line at least. But I didn't see like the full collection. I saw a couple pieces.
I'd look through it. I don't. So newer Vetements one. So Demna left Vetements a couple years ago, and now
see, this is just proving Jacob knows a little more than I do. Jacob put me on a little bit. Jacob's knowledgeable, you know.
Yeah.
Like I have time to keep up with this shit, but I don't have enough time. I don't look at all of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Jacob, every time I link with him, he teaches me things about
fashion. I put bro on, but let me tell you.
Really
so,
did.
I think Demna's brother, his name was like Goron or something. He has like a weird ass name, but now he runs Vetements. And it's just it's just not the same, dude. It's just not the same.
I agree, but I fuck with Vetements to the point where like I'd buy some shit from any season if it was like cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If SNC was plugging, I would get a Vetements hoodie from any year that Vetements
I really
existed.
want that one Vetements hoodie that says it's my birthday and all I got was this overpriced hoodie from Vetements. I love that.
I tried to make like a forest green version of
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I like to make little like take one of those weird ass designs that someone puts out. Supreme does that shit a lot. They got some Palace stuff like that, and then just put forest green over the other brand name. But then I wouldn't drop it because that's like complete plagiarism.
I like Palace, by the way.
Palace is cool.
Palace
I
is
like
cool.
Palace too.
Palace is cool.
I like Blondie and I like his theme.
Blondie,
stuff too.
dude, you ever heard Blondie talk? We're talking about Blondie McCoy, by the way.
Also,
he's got like this sick posh accent.
Really?
Like I love hearing him talk.
He's just a cool guy. But as a side note, I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago. Shout out Chicago. Jacob is in there.
I be in their styling sometimes, no doubt.
Yeah. But anyways, so I was in like a Foot Locker or some shit, and I saw the Blondie Adidas, but they didn't say Blondie. They were just the same clear panel cutouts. Yeah.
I think the Blondie ones have like a bluish tint.
Yeah,
to
maybe
them.
they're
I think
a little
that's
different.
What makes
but
them different.
I see that too much. I was at a Converse outlet and I saw like the exact JW Anderson hikes.
Shit.
But I saw the JW Anderson All-Star Run hikes, but they just weren't JW
Anderson. That's what Converse does. They like scam the shit out of. Yeah, that's a lot of companies are doing that.
But I've been seeing that so much with collabs where the shoe brand just then after the collab's over, they make the same exact fucking shoe.
Yeah. Well, Nike does that if they're trying to retro model. Like they did that with the Spiridons with Stussy, but then they just re-released the Spiridon. So if Nike ever like sees if you ever see like a collab with
and
Nike,
like waffle runners and shit.
Yeah,
that
if you ever see like a
came
collab
back,
like that sort of means that a shoe is coming back. But with the JW Anderson and like remember the Cold Wall Converse that came out?
Yeah. They put that model out.
Yeah,
too.
what they did with those is they like made this new model with these designers like JW Anderson or Samuel Ross from a Cold Wall.
Yeah.
And then they just took their originally designed model and they took the collab off of it. So now every pair of like
Are those
like
the
the
ones that have
Run
like the little
Stars
heel and the little
they're like the
I
little
know what the
hiking
Run
boot
Stars look
shits.
like, but then I seen those ones that have like the bottoms are like
I think that's what they're called.
yeah,
like
that's another type. I don't know what the fuck
yeah,
those
but
are called, but
now,
I see a lot of people
now
wearing
like
those
those
too,
like
yeah.
Jonathan Anderson and Samuel Ross aren't getting any revenue from that. So
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of getting scammed a little bit.
Yeah, there's ones exactly like those Cold Wall ones
Yeah.
that exist. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a little disrespectful. If I ever worked for a company and they put like the silhouette that's creative, that's like unique that I put out, I'd be pissed if they just like replicated that, you know? The other thing was the waffle runners that the undercover waffle runners that came out, or was it Sakai?
Oh, the Sakai ones.
Yeah,
Undercover
there
did
was
the
an Undercover
Daybreaks.
Daybreak. Yeah, okay, right. The Undercover Sakai ones that came out recently, the Sakai waffle runners that came out recently. My dad has like the original silhouette from like the 90s waffle runner Nikes, and they look really similar. They go crazy.
Are they like the ones that have like no sole and they're just like
and
a
his
little...
are like orange and it looks like folds up. It's
I
like
love
weird.
those. Those are a really cool
Yeah, they're
shoe.
cool. And then also he has like the Marc Jacobs Vans from like Mark. Oh, is it just Mark?
Marc
See, I'm
Jacobs.
fucking
You're
stupid.
in
Marc
the
Jacobs.
you're in the mood because you have that Jacob jacket on.
Okay.
Shout out Marc Jacobs. He just got a facelift.
I'm a little bit dumb. Like I'm not even gonna lie,
We're all
bro. Some
dumb.
of this fashion stuff, like I be mispronouncing shit.
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
Oh yeah, bro.
I try to pronounce it too nicely, and
Yeah.
then you realize it's just like the simple.
Yeah, no.
way,
Marc
you know?
Jacobs is like American. He doesn't
Like I feel like we could shift to a reality where Vetements is just Vetements, and where would we be then? Yeah,
Dude, I think that'd be sick if
Yeah,
they
that'd
did
be
something
kinda
like
cool.
that where they
Yeah.
played on like how everyone's
they should do a
mispronouncing them.
pronunciation tee
They
where it's like
should.
Vetements.
Have you seen the Ratatouille tee?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I have a friend that has
And they had,
that.
like, a
the
Shrek
Vetements-
one, too,
Yeah,
didn't
the
they?
Vetements
Yeah.
Ratatouille tee for
Yeah.
$600.
I saw these ones where like it was like all these different monsters. I think it was like the monsters tee. They had a phone case and a hoodie. But when I looked closer at it and like actually looked at it for a while, they took different cartoon characters and then they put like the faces of other cartoon characters.
Sick.
It was crazy. So for example, there was like Winnie the Pooh that had like Jigglypuff's face. I was like,
Sick.
bro, this is fucking creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had like Plankton, but it had this sounds weird, but anyone who is like curious, go on Essence, go to fucking sale, go price low to high, click on that phone case, Vetements, and zoom in on that shit. Like the design is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. They have a lot of creative stuff.
Yeah, in terms of like, I don't know. You know what I want to see? I want to see more like, I want to see more people in Milwaukee buy like good designer.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That needs to happen,
Bro, if we were in the third ward and you see people with like crazy fits, bro, I thought maybe the Bucks would do that. Like they after the championship, Milwaukee's like taking, Milwaukee's been cool. The vibe's been
Milwaukee's
here, it's been nice.
cool, but the
We might
people
get
got to
some-
start dressing
Yeah,
better.
but people will start getting fitted. Like it's coming soon.
We've had some really
It's coming
well dressed
soon. Yeah.
people here. Me being number one, of course. Just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm humble, but
now I can be number one in Madison if you go to FIT.
yeah,
so.
fucking
Yeah.
take my crown, sir.
So
but,
well, we can be like the two fucking
Yeah,
CEOs
we'll be
of
legends
Wisconsin
on
fashion.
campus. Hell
we gotta
yeah.
find someone in like Appleton who's just fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
And then we'll just start Green
but
Bay.
people
We
in
need, like, the little-
I want to have a message to the people. People in Milwaukee, start buying designer that's
Yeah.
good. It's not that hard. Go on Vestiaire Collective.
Yeah.
Look up old Comme des Garçons Homme. Look up some Issey Miyake.
the hype beast phase is time to end.
The
for some
hype beast
people.
phase is
like,
over.
It's prolonged, you know.
We can't keep wearing this.
We
and
could
if you're-
even people could take on like the little casual. What's the like borderline hype beast, like wearing like cactus plant flea market. And
yeah,
shit
and
that.
like double knees
Like,
and dunks.
That's like the new hype beast,
That's
but
like
that
the
looks
new
good.
hype.
It's like a nice style, you know.
You know how I feel about
Yeah.
dunks.
Dunks look pretty good. I don't know. I mean,
Stop
I know they're a
wearing
little
'em.
they're a little overplayed, but
Stop wearing them.
I think dunks look cool, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. My favorite dunks are the community garden dunks.
Oh
And
my
then
God, those were crazy.
The Supreme dunks with the like brown colorway with the stars, like the newer
Yeah.
one, those are crazy. And the off-white Futura ones, bro. I'm sorry, there's 50 that look the exact same, but the fucking design is cool.
Yeah.
Like if I got those on sneakers, I would easily wear them. Like so cool. Yeah.
I guess.
And there's 50 opportunities, bro.
The one thing I just want to say is like, you don't have to dress like everybody else. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's kind
true.
of what I'm getting at. You can take, like, I love taking inspiration from people I see, and I think
Yeah.
you do that too.
Yeah,
but
I definitely
what
do.
I see with a lot of people is that they just sort of, they try to copy everybody
Yeah.
else, and you've got to have your own flair. You've got to
That is
develop
true.
your own taste.
I feel like TikTok brought that on a lot too.
And
Because
TikTok did.
TikTok really brought a lot of niche styles to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Like maybe this is just my For You page, but it's so weird how many people I see on TikTok talking about like undercover Japanese designers,
Yeah.
talking about all that shit. And then I see a lot of people talking about like niche music that I like too. And then I walk outside and motherfuckers is wearing V-Lone and listening to like DaBaby. And then I'm
Exactly. It's
"Where-
like
what?"
people aren't practicing
Yeah.
what they preach. I really think that once people, you know how like everybody's thrifting now,
Yeah,
and everyone's like, let's shop
everybody's thrifting.
sustainably.
And then everyone's overpricing. See, I respect your Depop because your shit is fairly priced, bro. If I
that's-
see a tee I like on your Depop, I will buy it because you're putting it at fair prices.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers are selling like 90s Harley Davidson shirts for like
It's disgusting.
crazy
but
prices. Like what?
I think what people need to do is like buy a lot of vintage, but also if you seriously like fashion,
Yeah.
I think that like knowing what pieces to put your money into is
Yeah,
a great
that's
thing.
true.
Once you start investing in pieces and mixing that in, like I love mixing up like vintage and designer, but
Yeah.
once you find like good pieces to actually like put your money into, it's not that scary, you know, and it's going to really make you prouder of
Yeah.
your wardrobe and shit like that. So like I just see everyone's like, oh, this fit is all thrifted.
Also-
That's cool, but like where's your comb? Where's your Rick?
Yeah, yeah,
Where's
yeah,
your
yeah.
Kiko? If you say you like fashion and like you know the shits, I think that you should be
Shout out Comb, bro.
yeah,
For sure.
But
Still.
I think that if you really like fashion, I think you should be investing in like good designers.
Yeah. Also, the other thing that people need to realize, well, I know a lot of like people into fashion realize this, but just everyday people, your designer doesn't have to be new. Like a lot of
No.
people think they need to go to Neiman and buy like a full new fit.
I have
But, like,
not bought
yeah.
like
Yeah.
designer second. I have not
Yeah.
bought like
Or you don't need to
designer
pay
for
retail either.
You
That's the
don't.
other
It's
fucking
so
thing.
cheap.
Yeah.
You go on secondhand markets.
Yeah.
Secondhand markets are where you find it. A designer doesn't mean expensive. You
Yeah.
can find designer for very cheap.
It does take effort though. Like if you
takes
want to like
a little bit of
instantly
looking.
it doesn't take that much effort, but it
It
takes a
doesn't,
little
yeah.
bit. You just got to the primary thing I think for finding steals is just looking every day.
Yeah,
Like what
you've
I
gotta
do
look.
personally is I'll go on Depop and I'll check my DNA thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll go on Grailed and I'll check the feed with like the filter presets that I have set up.
Yeah.
See if there's anything new, you know, and then when there's steals, they get scooped up instantly.
Yeah,
know?
you gotta be
Same
quick.
day. You just gotta.
You got to be
pick that,
quick.
yeah.
You got to be ready to pull the trigger.
And then
on
you
something.
can pay like vintage prices for designer clothes.
Yeah, I
you
do
know?
it all the
You
time.
can pay Supreme if you took like people who were buying Supreme in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
If you took the money that you put into that, but instead put into archive, like the pieces you'd be able to get if you looked harder would be crazy. Not just archive, but designer as well. You know, stuff in
Yeah.
the 2000s and shit.
Yeah.
But like it's not if you put a little effort into it, you might have to wait for some like shipping times and shit.
Yeah.
But you can like make it happen. You know.
Yeah, and it's also like it's buying art essentially.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, it's like when I get like a really cool piece and like I have these Gucci boots that were like I paid like $400 for them, and that's like insanely expensive.
Yeah.
That's $400, but just the construction of
Yeah.
them, and I just love looking at them. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
that's
I
true.
brought home like a Basquiat or
Yeah.
some shit like that. It's like I
Right.
brought home like a Keith Haring painting.
Right.
It's art. It's a designer that I really resonate with. You know, Alessandro Michele. There was in a really good runway show that I love.
Right.
It's everything that those boots represent.
Right.
It means a lot to me, and that's why I was willing to drop, you know, $400 on them.
And at the end of the day, regardless of someone's financial level, which obviously I understand, not like fashion, it's difficult and it's very materialistic. Like this type of shit, it can be a very classist kind of industry, you
It
know? Like people get
definitely-
looked down on.
Yeah.
It's messed up. But anyways, that's besides my point. But what I'm saying is everyone who has some degree of disposable income, regardless of what that amount is, they put it into something they like. You know, everyone
Yeah.
likes something. People like video games. People like to get a little better food. People like to get this shit,
Yeah.
that, whatever. And people who like clothing and stuff like that, regardless of the price point, you can find some really beautiful stuff out there, you know?
You really
Yeah,
can.
you really-
People
yeah.
think that like high fashion or like where we're at is so unattainable, and it's really not. High fashion is for everybody, essentially.
Yeah, and also the other aspect of it is like you can dress high fashion without the high fashion garments, and you can purchase garments, and then when you're done with them, you can sell them and essentially retain value on most pieces.
That's the big thing, selling. You can buy like a designer piece. You can shell out $400 for it.
Yeah.
But knowing that you're going to be able to
It's
sell
like an
it
NFT.
for like,
You see that shit and you know unless you like fuck it up or spill all
just
over
know
it.
that you're going to be able to sell it for what you got it for or more in the future is going to give you a lot of
Yeah.
security with it.
And if it's like a vintage thing, like for example, when I got the Carhartts on, I'll spill anything on these motherfuckers because I know that just makes them more aged.
Vintage
and
is
then
fun.
like when vintage is out, or I don't think vintage will ever be out, but when Carhartt
Hopefully
double
it
knees
doesn't,
specifically, the time is coming.
Yeah.
When these are not
It's
cool,
close.
bro, then I can be like, say, oh, they're even more aged because I spilled
Exactly.
coffee and all this shit on them.
Yeah. Well, I think
Like-
we have a good stopping point. We've taught people how to dress. We've taught people that fashion is for everybody. We've gone through some cool designers. We've chopped it up about clothes for a little bit. I really think that we did a good thing today.
I agree. The last two steps, we gotta teach people Japanese auctions and how to buy fake shit.
We're gonna gatekeep those forever. We're not letting you in. We're not letting you in. But yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Thank you.